If you, Steve, look around the point and deep gully, those are all singles. Because I don't know, is it that the fielders are scared of attacking the ball or something?
No, they must just keep reminding themselves that they need to stop the singles. If it means coming 5 steps up, do that so you stop the single. Let the batsman try and go over you. That way you're creating a chance.
There was this thing that we were told, when the moment you see a batsman blocking the ball,
there's a chance.
Sign, that's a sign.
Gone in the air, and that's out. Well taken by Lucas. Raj strikes again.
Is it the danger man?
It's Pawan. The ball was there, but he decided to go for the big shot. Pitched outside off. Tries to go inside out to extra cover, but manages to hit it too long off. And Lucas takes a good catch.
At least now they release the pressure now.
Pawan gone for 2 runs. Nepal 135 for 6 in the 36th over.
The incoming batsman, Adil.
Kenya need to keep on tightening the screws. The ideal situation would be for them to stop the singles, make the Nepal batsmen go for the big shots.
Steve, this Aidil Mohammed, is it the brother to Asif, the one who was batting yesterday?
I'm not sure, David. Could be just the same surnames. And Adil has done well for Nepal with the ball. We've not seen much of him with the bat. This is an opportunity for him.
Is he coming to go for big shots so early, or just...
At the moment, with 6 wickets down and about 14 overs to go, I think the thought process would be just to try and bat and take it deep.
That's a good ball again. That is a Viraj Patel just giving 1 run from that particular over. Score reading 137 for the loss of 6 wickets. Adil on 0 and Rohit on 38.
And Kenya have missed a couple of chances. I think there are 3 drop chances.
And Steve, if you look at those catches, if you could have taken them early, long enough, the scoreboard could have been reading different now.
As Rakeb continues from the Muranga Road end, starts with a dot ball. Again, driven hard by Rohit, but straight to the field and Emayo Odhiambo.
And they have changed. Captain has just taken the position of Patel where he was fielding. Now he has come to a different position now. I think he's now looking more lively.
Another dot ball there. Just keep building the pressure. Rakeb drops it short.
That's a loose one.
Rohit cuts for a boundary to the extra covers region.
Steve, I like the batting lineup of this Nepal, the way they're doing. Everybody, every game, different game, somebody has to come and stand and take a position for himself.
Yes, it's about grabbing those opportunities, David. As a player, if you get an opportunity, grab it and try and cement your place in the team. And that is what a number of the Nepal players have done. Yesterday we saw Mohammad Asif scoring a scintillating 100. And today the skipper Rohit is batting well on 42. We've also seen Arjun, the wicket keeper.
Yes.
He's done well so far for them. As Rakeb finishes his over, 37 gone. Score is 141 for 6.
So these guys are taking, everybody is taking at least his charge to keep on going for the team. And Viraj continues from the Wangari Maathai's end. That's another dot again from Viraj Patel. Because you see, the boys has to keep on clapping now, talking to each other, supporting themselves. Oh, that's a slap shot. Nelson. That's for a boundary. Steve, Nelson looks like he's struggling a little bit. Is he injured of something? The way he's running is not comfortable. Nice one, another dot ball again from the Viraj Patel. He's doing it so nicely. That is one bounce. Oh, good line again, but just for a single. So far so good, Steve, for Kenya. I think if they continue like this, try to restrict Nepal in less than 250, do you think it will be an easy chase, or we're going to have rough again to chase this 250?
At the moment they're bowling well. If they continue like this, they'll probably restrict Nepal to a figure of about 200, 220, which I believe if Kenya come to bat, they can chase it down. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, keep it tight, don't give away boundary balls.
I can see all.
Rakeb starts off with a full toss, hit to long on for a single.
I've noticed something, especially when Rohit is batting, they open up the field, they allow a single to be taken.
And again, Rakeb bowls well for a dot ball. Yes, they're using that because Rohit has been on the wicket for long. Give him a single and ball to the new batsman where they can squeeze. Chance of a run out. That was very well done. Chance of a run out here. Oh, the throw was too slow to come in. As we see, chance there. The throw was a bit wayward, allowing the batsman to dive in. Turn down. Another chance of a run out. There's a misfield.
Was a big chance. Big chance.
Viraj has been guilty in the field. Missed one chance, one catch, and now a fumble allowing the batters to go through. There was a chance of a run out there. Rakeb again goes short, cut to the deep. This will be easy 2 runs. End of the 39th over. Nepal 151 for 6. As I take a short break, I welcome Mikhail into the commentary box. There was a mix-up. We did 10 overs. Yeah. It's okay. President was supposed to do 10, but Kennedy has gone for 9. Yeah, I'm finishing now. However you want to do it. It's okay. You can do what you do with you, and Kennedy will come and do the last. When is the interview happening now?
Thank you, Steve. Interesting passage of play from 74 for 1 to 151 for 6. It's been a remarkable turnaround here. And Kenyans have done extremely well to keep things under check. Viraj Patel, quite a star with the ball, let me tell you, time and again. He's proving how much of an important asset he is to the side. His 10 overs are very crucial. Nepal too bad deep. Ngoche as well. Both of them have bowled extremely well in this game, and they've brought Kenya back into the fixture.
Shem Ngoche has just come back, and I don't know, I saw Viraj earlier bowling 9 overs, 29 runs. Then he was cut off. Do you think they're preserving his last over for something different?
I look at it this way: when the new batsman had come in, it was not a bad idea to bring in Rakip and get a few overs done from his end as well, and keep your premier bowlers maybe for the later and the death overs as well. And Ngoche has made an impact in the series, and it'll always be nice to have him bowl to the lower order, and that's exactly what's happening. Adil is predominantly a bowler in the side, but he can use the willow to best effect.
Yes. Because I don't know whether when he was bowling the previous one, the loose balls that he gave, they went for 3 and 4. So I don't know, is that the reason why he was cut off?
Where is the dive? Lucas, where is the dive?
That is Collins.
Beg your pardon, that's Collins. That was in the air for a while. There again. Right on target, only 2 and almost a wicket in this over. 40 gone, 10 more to go, another 60 deliveries. It's 153 for 6.
And that is the second water break.
I'd like to see that half chance once again of Collins Obuya there with that opportunity there. For a moment it looked like it was another wicket, wicket number 7 for Kenya.
It could be so nice before the water break. The new batters who was coming to come in after this, the water break, could be something fresh for us.
Well, talk about water break. We have Kenny here being kind enough to get us a few bottles of water as well. Thank you, Kenny.
Kenny, it seems you know this job well, huh?
Their team's just... Adil batting on 8. Captain Rohit holding fort. He's been the anchor in this innings. 46. I'll tell you, this last 60 deliveries will be key to where Nepal get to. Remember, last evening Kenya batted first, managed 218, and it looked like a very modest total. And if they can do well to keep Nepal inside that, then clearly they're looking at equalizing this series and going into the decider on Monday. To the benefit of our viewers, we're coming to you live from the Nairobi Gymkhana here. It's match number 2 in the 3-match series. Nepal have taken a lead after winning the first game by 7 wickets. And all the more it becomes a must-win for Kenya in this fixture. Nepal winning the toss, deciding to bat first, began on a very strong note with Arjun and Dev Khanal starting off well. 70 odd for one, and all of a sudden they capitulated, and right now they are 153 for 6. David, what do you think will be a good score that Nepal will be eyeing?
I'm thinking, you see, Rohit, he's still in, and he's now on 46. It seems he's so set, and he wants to think of doing something differently. Let's hope the bowlers will realize something like that is going to happen. Then they try to bowl line and length. They restrict him from giving those singles. Those are singles that the ones are making this cupboard keep on ticking.
Absolutely. Not the best of situations to be in. Rohit, the captain, has the low order to bat with at the moment, so he'll need to really farm the strike and also ensure that he gets the boundaries as well. Nevertheless, credit has to be given to the Kenyans, the way they've come back into this game. Remember, they're playing catch-up in this particular series. They've lost the first one. They lost the toss this morning. Openers began on a very brisk note for Nepal, and after that, it's the left-arm orthodox spinners in Ngoche and Viraj Patel who just brought them back into contention.
If they continue and try to restrict Nepal in less than 220, I think it will be a good sign for Kenya. I don't think, after seeing the wicket in the morning, I don't think it will give a lot of problems to Kenya.
Just take a look at this, just closing the face on the bat. Oh my God, anticipation maybe would have helped. Was that a half chance, or was that a realistic chance there? But a chance gone, a begging, fair to say. Could have been a very soft dismissal. Adil just closing the face of the bat on that one.
Replacing Rakeb from the box side end, it's Viraj. I think Viraj is going to bowl his last over. They're just changing the side. And we still have a slipper at this time. I don't know. And his last over is using the 4 boundary fielders.
9 overs for Viraj, 2 for 29. I'll tell you what, he has been very consistent. There again, talk about bowling in the right areas. He's kept things very tight. I've just liked his approach, his uncomplicated action, bowling to his field. There's a long on and long off in place. 3 inside the circle on the off.
As a bowler, how do you feel when some of your fielders are giving singles, it's at you when you're keeping everything tight? How do you feel?
Well, as far as I'm not going for big runs, I'm happy. That one keeping a little low. The aim is to bowl to your field most of the times, and the aim is to keep it tight. Now remember, we are into the final lap of this particular innings, and they will be on the attack, Nepal. But if I'm a Nepal batsman, I will say, let me see off Viraj. He's an informed bowler, he's struck, he's bowling well. Let me see him off, and let me see what I can do with the rest of the bowlers who are coming by.
For the last 2 balls, they've changed the field again. Mid-wicket going back on the boundary. Oh, just an edge. Oh, looky.
That's very good running by Rohit. He wants to keep the strike. Cheeky on that occasion, trying to use the pace of the ball to glide it down to third man. Then realizing that he needs to be on strike and play as many deliveries in the middle.
The fielders have to improve on their throws, because if you don't throw those balls quickly back to the keeper's end, those singles are going to be made just double, one from 1 to 2, 2 to 3s. And that's what the Ken should be trying to avoid. And speaking of that, that is the end of Viraj's 10th over. Adil is on 8, Rohit on 49, Nepal score 156 for the loss of 6 wickets.
It'll be interesting to see how much the 20 overs of Viraj and Ngoche together has yielded for Kenya at the moment. They have been the impact bowlers in this particular contest. And what they've done is that they've just pulled things back into their favor. Taken the pace of the ball. Again, just using the pace on this occasion. That's running away to the third man boundary. Rakib Patel gives chase. Keeps it to 2. And in the process, it's been quite an innings by Rohit Paudel as well. 50 for him. And what a time to bring it. At a time when the rest have just folded, he stood tall and held this innings together. A very fine knock by the captain, Rohit Paudel. 51 unbeaten runs. And at the moment, fair to say, fighting a lone battle. Not easy when you're losing wickets at the other end. But he's done a remarkable job ever since he came in. Captain to captain.
I'm telling you, Virat, his 10 overs, he just gave on 32 runs, picking 2 wickets. That's a good sign.
Very encouraging. Going at 3 and over in a one-day fixture is a captain's delight. And he's not far behind as well, and Goche. Gets a top edge on that one. Was looking for the big heave over mid-wicket. Fortune favors the brave, they say. And Adil gets 2 more. Nepal will welcome all the runs coming by.
I think the 2 bowlers of Shem Goche and Virat Patel, they've done a good job for Kenya.
Slapped around this time through the extra cover region. That's 4 more. Adil may have missed out on the previous delivery, but just leaned into this one and got enough willow to get a 4. Much needed boundary here. Nepal trying to find a move on.
There's a way that big gap from the deep covers to the mid-on. Every time I've seen some shots being slapped over there, I don't know how they're picking them. Oh, it's
One too many. One too many this time for Adil. Again trying to just steer it down to third man. 9 runs of this over. Costly when you see it's Ngoche. Nevertheless, Nepal will be happy. 42 gone. It's 165 for 6.
And at that particular thing, Rohit just managed to reach his half a century after 40-second over. Rakib Patel takes over from Virat. I think the backward gully, that should be some, that fielder has to come in a bit to save the single.
Showing some sense of urgency right now, both the batters. Now the plan is very simple. Rohit will try to just remain till the 50th over. Adil will take his chances. So expect him to go big. And just as I say that, he's found the mid-wicket fielder. This could be a simple, straightforward catch. Sukhdeep coming underneath that one, and it's taken as well. Adil perishes while trying to go for the home run. Another wicket falls. Wicket number 7 here. Sukhdeep with a very fine catch under pressure. Rakib strikes, and Kenya continue to make inroads. 166 for 7.
We spoke about this earlier. Then when we tried to check how many runs do you think they can get in the remaining 10 overs. The way they're still losing their wickets, it seems something good going to happen for Kenya.
Adil departs. It was pretty obvious that he will be going for the big hits. And in the process, he perishes and takes the walk back to the dugout. And in comes Sompal Kami, a fine all-rounder in the Nepal side. And I'll tell you what, this man can also play the big hits. They bat deep, they bat long here, Nepal. And if they can get some quick-fire runs, it'll come in very handy here for the Nepal side. But at the moment, Kenya riding on a sea of confidence at the moment. Tails up. You can see the energy as well.
I think they've decided to bring in Sampal at the right time. We have 4 fielders on the ring. The square leg fielder and the backward point fielder. They're quite far away. I don't know if they're going to make some.
Soft hands. Sompal off the mark with a single. Good productive over here so far for Kenya.
I just spoke about that single run.
Just get the impression that the fielder is standing too deep at backward point. Nicely played towards long on for another single there. So Rohit's plan is pretty clear. He'll take them till the 50th over. Somebody needs to give him company. Oh, swept and swept very fine. He's got enough willow on that. That's running away to the fine leg boundary.
Look at just the single. That is the end of 43rd over. Rakeb just giving 6 runs from the over. Rohit standing on 55 and Sampal on 4. Total score reading 172 for the loss of 7 wickets. Shyam Ngoche to continue.
And all of a sudden, Nepal has gone quiet. They looked good in the first 10 overs when they started off on a brisk note. Just lost steam midway. And Goche and Viraj have been very effective. Rakib coming in with his off spinners, making an impact. Sompal and Goche has a long on and a long off field at the cow corner region as well. And even a deep square leg and massaging the big hit. Or was that a Chinaman? For a moment it looked like that was coming from the back of the hand.
Exactly. That's a dot ball, second ball from the Shyam Ngoche. I think he's bowling his last over. There's a single. Rohit has been playing so patiently ever since he came in up to now. Still waiting for the last 5 overs maybe.
Yes, he needs a little bit of support from the other end. Sompal can be a good foil. Tentative. Played towards third man. They're running the first run fast. They want the second and they'll do that comfortably as well. Very good running. This is very good running.
Don't know, the fielder kind of stopping that ball quite didn't dive well. There's a difference between Sampal and Rohit when it comes to cutting the shots. You find Rohit getting a gap and Sampal is just playing to the fielder. At the end of 44th over, The score is 176 for the loss of 7 wickets. Sampal playing on 7 and Rohit on 56. Ngoche just giving out 4 runs from that particular last over.
Picked away nicely in style. Work to do for the fielder at square leg. A little bit of footballing skills on this occasion. Comes in very handy and keeps it to 2. That's very good fielding in the deep. Certainly saved a 4 on that occasion. He had a lot of ground to cover, may I add. How pleasantly the ball left the bat on this occasion. It was a fast outfield and just as a Ronaldo on that occasion. Slashes hard towards a cover point, nicely fielded. A couple of more runs. So Nepal are showing intent at the moment and mixing it with a little bit of aggression as well.
I think they're deciding now to push from 1s to 2s, at least so that the board can read something good. Oh. Dot ball is going too good. Dot ball is good. Oh, nice, Biko. That's good stop. After just looking at the bowling figures, Shem Ngoche managed to bowl his 10 overs, picking 2 wickets and giving only 34 runs. That was a very, very good, again, spell from him.
Yes, that's been the highlight of both the spinners. 32 for Viraj in his 10, 34 for Ngoche. We'll come to that. Nicely driven. That's put a lot of power behind it as well. Great timing on it. And that races away for a 4. That's a very nice shot from the batter, Sompal. Should have put his body behind it, but Nelson on that occasion just trying to use his boot. Good over here for Nepal. 9 runs coming off it in the slot. And that was driven very firmly. Where's the dive, young man?
Oh, come on.
Put your body on the line.
I could have done something better. Oh.
Just talk about the impact both the spinners in Ngoche and Viraj have made. Viraj in his 10 overs gave 32 runs, took 2 wickets. And Ngoche gave away 34 runs and took 2 wickets, which means in the 20 overs, they gave only 66 runs and accounted for 4 wickets. And that's been the turnaround for Kenya in this particular innings. It's the bowling of Ngoche and Viraj Patel that has given the side a much needed breath of fresh air and allowed them to come back into the fixture.
As I take a little break, I welcome my partner, Kennedy Obuya.
Thank you, CG Mikhail. We are running for a good ride at the moment. Last 5.
My first time with Kenny on the count box, and let me tell you, I'm excited.
Very, very, very excited to have you in Nairobi. I hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Every bit of it, Kenny. It's been delightful.
SMW has done a good job. It's been excellent. The T20s, the one-dayers. We've seen all throughout exciting cricket all through.
Absolutely, Kenny. And the flair with which you bring in all the comments, I must say, you're creating your own fan base as well over here.
Oh, lovely. Nice to hear that. Let's go back to cricket. The sun is out.
Thank you.
Mikhail has been with his jacket all day. Let's hope it opens up today.
Right.
Move your jacket a little bit, get a little bit warmer. Kenyans have pulled it back a little bit, but Nepal have pulled it back. It's a balanced, very well balanced side at the moment. They get 240, 250, should be a very good score.
Kenny, 185 for 7. Which dugout would you prefer sitting in at the moment?
Good shot. I'll come back to that, Mikhail. I think the best dugout is with you here. we have got no loyalty to anybody. We just enjoy it.
Right. We are from the vantage point over here, the bird's eye view of the game. But Kenya have done well to pull things back in their favor.
Yes, very well. If you look at the way they bowled yesterday, the way the Kenyans bowled yesterday, and the Nepalis were all over them yesterday. But I think they've done a very good job today. Every day is a new day. Let's see if they can contain them to a reasonable score, and then they can come and see if they can chase it, and then it makes the last game exciting.
Taken on the full. Over the bowler's head, running the first run fast, looking for the second. This could be close if it's a direct hit. Comfortably done in the end. Very good running. I just feel the fielders at the ropes need to just run in more quickly and just cut that second run.
And that's exactly what I said, anticipation. If you've just seen the ball going on that area, you got to anticipate and run as quick as you can. You're trying to cut it. And that's what they have not been doing well, especially on the infield and the outfield. Both, there's something that they've got to work on.
Slow one, change of pace. Gets an edge on this one. Again looking for the second. Well, that's Kenny's masterclass. Anticipate the ball and charge towards it.
And good throw. Talking about anticipation, outstanding from the captain. Rohit batted well. Came when there was a little bit of pressure. He absorbed the pressure well, picks ones and twos, squeezing boundaries whenever it was necessary. And he's on 62.
Much better underneath the bat. Just coming back to Captain Rohit Paudel. Never easy when you have wickets falling at the other end. Now he's batting with a lower order. He has to farm the strike as well, Kenny.
That's very good. That's what they call. That's what they call maturity, and that's what Kenya must learn from it. He's observed the pressure. He's picked one and twos. Whenever boundary is offered to him, he's taken it. He's run hard. There was a little bit of intensity in everything that is done. So I'm very, very, very impressed with him.
Slow one again, change of pace. Irfan Kareem allows a run.
Should have tried to push a little bit fine, but good change of pace. Talking about intensity, their coach Nepal he's a no-nonsense person when it comes to cricket. He tells you the way he sees it. He wants you to work hard. I've seen the boys in between doing a lot of sprinting. Yeah, he told me fitness is huge in a modern cricketer.
Absolutely, Kenny. Taken on the full over the bowler's head on this occasion. Again, running the first run fast. This could be close. Oh, it's a wild throw. That's a very poor throw. This is where they need to bring in a little bit of discipline.
That's what I don't understand. If you're peeling on mid-off, and if the ball has been hit straight to you, where are they taking two? But anyway, who are we? We are just here to give our comments and compliments. At the moment, Nepal 192 for 7.
Easier said than done, Kenny.
It looks very easy when you're up here.
You've been there, you've been here.
Yeah, both sides. We call ourselves now armchair critics.
Right. A word on Ngoche and Viraj Patel. 20 overs for them, 66 runs, 4 wickets in this game together.
It's going to be a good fight for the Kenyans to try and if they can pull it back. I'm looking at Mikhail. If you're sitting here, we're looking at 4 overs for maximum of 240. 230 would be a very good score. And on the surface itself, unless they go hard on the new ball, it's going to be quite a task. But Nepalis have been very mean with the new ball. When the ball gets older, it becomes more tougher.
But you reckon the conditions are a lot more different than what it was yesterday on the same wicket?
It's definitely going to be a little bit different condition, because if you look at the surface, yeah, we have played 3 games on it. Is it 3 games or 4 games on it? So it's like a 4-day wicket.
Right.
So it will definitely be a little bit different. But nothing is wrong with the wicket. If you concentrate like the way Rohit has done, you'll get runs.
Absolutely. Lucas going for that scoop that we've so often see in shorter formats. But yet again, they're just taking the pace off it. Ball dying on Rohit on that occasion.
That's good. That's what we want to see from Lucas. If you see him, if you can pick it early, you bowl a slower ball. If they accelerate better now, they can land to about 230, 240. That will be really like 10 runs and overs. Good ball.
hurrying him for pace on this occasion. Kenny, you mentioned 230, 240 pass score on the surface.
I'd go 230 is a good score. If the way Nepalis have been bowling, 230 will be a tough one for Kenyans. They really have to work hard to get the runs because they've really depended on Rakeb and Collins.
Right.
But they've got to get somebody else to contribute. If somebody contributes, they'll be on business.
That's a good enough point. Quite a few changes today into the playing 11, as many as 4. So you'd expect something different, quite certainly.
Good shot. 6 runs. Bounce it shot. And you're blind. Good shot.
Way down the leg side, a half tracker. And Sompal says, thank you very much. This is what I'm looking for. Just helps it over the long leg region and fetches a 6 as well. And that's where Lucas will need to improve. He cannot get carried away and leak runs at the moment. They've done well to keep Nepal to where they are.
And that's what I say, that the way the Nepal have played is what, if you look at the last game, Kenyans left 2 overs. You could have played. It was 12 balls. You could have ended up even getting 8 runs. Wanik. The fielder was not even looking. He didn't even move. 4 runs.
And I'll tell you what, Kenny is not impressed over here. 6 plus 4 make that 10 in 2 deliveries, and already 11 in the first 4 deliveries. Kenny, this over is turning out to be expensive, and Nepal in the process also crossed the 200 run mark.
That's very good. I would just say good batting or good ball, or not good bowling, not anticipating well. If in the last 5 overs, if you're a fielder, you must expect things to happen. So expect the ball any time now.
Smart cricket, very smart cricket. Strike rotation is the key.
And if you look at the way Lucas is bowling, it's like the ball is holding a little bit. So it's not easy to play shots. But if you bowl the half trackers, it's a little bit easier. Talking of the change in the Kenya team, there's Jared, there's Nemi Odhiambo, there's Viraj, and there's Lucas. The only new person there is Gerard. But I've talked about it doesn't strengthen their batting so much. Lucas has been hitting the ball very well towards the end, but they've got to take the game closer for him to have an impact. Cut shot. Oh! Could have been a class catch.
Full marks for the effort over there at backward point. Looks like he did get his finger on it as well. Draw some applause from the bowler, Lucas, too. But I like the way Rohit adjusted to that shot and played it late. Nevertheless, it's been a very good over for Nepal. 14 runs coming off, it's 47 gone, it's 206 for 7.
3 overs to go. Where can they get? That's 12, that's 18 balls. Can they double to go 18, or can they get 30 runs on that? So they get 30 runs down to 236. If Kenya can bowl more tighter, 2 runs a ball is nothing. But you need to take wickets for you to slow it down. And Rohit has been very good. Very, very simple. Has come and got to 6.
Yeah, quick
Rohit,
fire, 26, Kenny.
perfect. Good timing. A good catch. Very good catch from Nehemiah. He saw it late and he moved late. But good hands. Very, very, very good catch.
Not easy when you're running and the ball is traveling as well. This is a very fine catch under pressure. He had to cover some ground, kept his eyes on the ball, and took a very fine catch to get the danger man, Sompal Kami, who played an absolute cameo of an innings. 26 for him in no time. Captain Paudel still very much in the middle out there. But what Kenya have done is they have struck at regular intervals, Kenny.
And that's what you need to slow the run rate down. If you don't get wickets, then at least when a new batsman comes in, it's take at least 2-3 balls to settle down. And that is very, very, very crucial for you to score, for you to slow the runs. Incoming batsman, Karan. He's been very mean with the ball. Can he send it on the boundary?
Well, he carries a reputation of being a very hard hitter and a clean striker of the ball. We've seen him do that in the past as well. Perfect setting for him.
Perfect.
He has a little under 18 deliveries. He has an informed captain standing at the other end. He has the right man to give him the advice, and he has the license as well to play a fearless brand of cricket.
Take it. It's all yours now. It's all in your hands. But taking nothing away from Nemea. He's bowled well. He's bowled well in bits and pieces, but he's done very well. A good wicket and a good catch from Nemea Odhiambo. Same hairstyle. Start with a slow ball. Oh, good piece of fielding. That's what you want to see.
He had one stump to aim at. Gerald, the youngster, if I'm not wrong. Not wrong, that's
No,
Biko, I guess.
Biko.
Biko. He knows he came very close to dislodging those stumps.
That's what you see from the juniors. When they come in, you got to show us that you're good in fielding, no compromising from a junior. You got to be on top of that. Good ball from Nemea. Well, can they get to run the first one quick? That's it. Nemea, it's the last over. Once the ball has gone down, you got to run to the stumps as quick as you can. So there's a wicket, then there's a single and a single. So they've got 2 runs of 3 balls. Right on the strike.
Running the first run fast, looking for the second. Nicely fielded at long off. This is very good fielding by Kenya. They have picked up pace and intensity in the game. The energy is high, keeping things tight.
That's what I want to see. That's good fielding, good throw. Still, Nemea is not running to the stumps because he should go there. It's much easier. If you're in front of the stumps, you're making it more difficult. At the moment, it's bowled well. It's only conceded 3 rounds of 4 balls.
He's bowled well. He's bowled well. Right in the block hole, right underneath the bat. Odhiambo is showing why he can be a death bowler for Kenya in the coming days.
Good thinking from Collins. He should have shied at the stumps, but he thought it was only going to cost him 1 run. There was nobody backing up on that side. Should have gone for 4.
That's what experience brings to the table.
Very, very, very important. Cuts it. He sees the ball late. Can he throw a good throw? Good throw. That's the end of a beautiful over from Kenyans. They've really pulled a little bit back, and they couldn't concede runs, and they could concede a lot of runs on that second last over. And the score is 2-1-1-4-8. It's a tough one to bring the young Jera to bowl now on the pressure. It's going to be interesting. He hasn't. I think it was a lot of pressure on him. They should have not bowled. Should have bowled the previous one. Releases the pressure. Let the more experienced guys bowl those 2. There you go, Gerard. He's got everything. He's got a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of pressure. Both one batsman set. Karan is known for hitting. Jared, the young boy, but he's got to learn how to mix them up. But if he comes out strong edge, it'll give him a huge confidence. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 inside the circle. This point, deep point, covers is on the 30 yards. Mid wicket is on. Mid on, mid off, down. Third man, fine leg. Is he coming down? Yes, it's gone back. So the field, the captain is moving the field. There you go, young man. Fast ball from Jared, who is on his second spell.
Shot and wide, picked up, gets an outside edge. The fielder won't be able to cut it off. That's Odhiambo. They just finished an over. Never easy, but 4 welcome runs coming in for Nepal.
It's a bad ball. He gave room. He should have bowled a little bit tighter, but I thought Nemea should have tried to stop it. It's called top edge. 4 runs.
Can he quite a gamble to give a youngster?
That's I said it earlier. He should have bowled in the middle, and then you leave the last 3 overs to the senior bowlers to bowl. putting a lot of pressure on him, especially his bowling now when one batsman is set, one who is known for hitting. Again, balls is outside off stump. He's got a gap. It's only 2. He's bowling it well, but he's bowling on the length, and that's the most scary part. He's already on 6 runs of 2 balls. How tight can he make it?
This is going to be a very important over as far as the context of the game is considered. You reckon Rohit is going to go all out at young Gerald? And he does that in emphatic style. 2 bounces into the ropes towards the extra cover region. Short and wide, punished, and the inexperience showing over here. And fair to say that Rohit has found his target bowler.
Beautiful. Hit it nicely over covers, but that's what I'm saying is they might make instruction very clear to him. Either he's supposed to bowl full, yeah, and if he hits you, there's nothing wrong. He's bowling short on both sides of the wicket. The captain is back. The captain is saying something. I don't know why the captain wants him to bowl, but he's been bowling on both sides of the wicket, so makes it very hard to place a field for him. He's bowled 2 half trackers outside off, and they've all gone for 4.
Now he's under pressure. 10 runs in the first 3 deliveries. And that's what happens sometimes. Even the best can get derailed in their plans. Oh, he goes big. That's a one-handed hit. That's high up in the air, and the catch is taken, and young Gerald gets his man. Finally being carted away for 2 fours in the first 3 deliveries. He says, I'm going to get you, and he does that as well. A moment of joy for him as he strikes in the penultimate over.
And that's exactly what I said, is the captain instruction must be very clear. This is the first one that is bowled full. It's much easier. That's the area to bowl and change of pace. And Nelson have been outstanding with his catching today. That's a break. That's the only time Kenya can slow the run rate. And that's in a beautiful innings.
What an innings there by Rohit Paudel. 70-odd runs. Held fort in the middle. Played a captain's innings. This at a time when others were just capitulating in front of him. He was the lone ranger. He's taken his team past the 220-run mark. And there he walks back to a standing ovation in the dugout as well. That's been quite an innings.
And that's what leadership is all about. You lead from the front, and then the rest understand where you're coming from. Collins has spoke to Jared, the captain of Azawad. So he's going to get it. But Karan is not going to hold on at all. But good bowling from Gerard. Good comeback. And good catch from Nelson. There you go. Good shot.
What a shot. That's Karan Casey for you in the slot, and he's going to punish you. Despite the wicket, this over is turning out to be very costly. 14 runs coming off it already, and that for clear indication of what the lower order of Nepal can do as well.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the young man will learn very quickly. If you give somebody to free his arm, it doesn't matter where the ball is at the moment. He will definitely free his arm. So if you're letting him free his arm, so you got to bowl nice and straight and try and mix it up. He hasn't bowled any of the slower balls or the bouncer.
Got to bowl with a little bit of imagination at this point in time. You've got to use your mind. It's not about shoulder and back when it comes to bowling.
Good thinking. Change of pace, which is good.
Single to end the over. Karan Casey will keep strike. 15 coming off it and a wicket. It's been an eventful one. 49 gone. It's 226 for 9.
It's a tough one. We're looking at 240, 250. They have landed there with ease. Is it going to be enough? Can Kenyans bet deep? Where do they go from here now? Mwendo, that's expensive over, but I thought it was quite harsh to let the young late ball the second last over. But it's done well. It's going to take it on a stride and use it as an experience to move forward. Nehemiah Odhiambo ball is the last over.
Gives the charge, takes it on the full over, extra cover. Make that another 4. It's raining boundaries at the moment, and Karan Casey is turning it on in the final moments of this innings.
That's it, Karan. He's got a reputation of hitting the ball today. He's proving it. Good shot over Collins for four. Neme is thinking there's some field changing. They're going to change the field. No, it is. They don't. Still remains the same. Fast ball, 4 runs. Karan's on fire. Good catch from Rakev. Very good catch. He read it well. He stayed in the in 30. Didn't move. Didn't come forward, but he ran very nicely and take a beautiful catch.
Yes, also credit has to go to Odiembo. Took the pace off it, bowled it wide. Off cutter coming in. Karan committing himself into the shot very early. Couldn't do much. And it's a very fine catch running backwards there by Rakib Patel. You can't keep him out of action. Bat, ball or in the field, he's always making an impact.
And that's what we're saying. It's a good one. We have had a first session. We call it first half in football. We call it first half in cricket. The first half is gone. We're on for the second half, and Kenya will lead 131 to win. In the beginning, with 132 to win and 131 to tie for us to have a super over. So it should be quite interesting. But we're not expecting a super over. Is that going to be enough?
Well, Kenya managed 218 last evening batting first. This time they have a little bit extra to do. They need to get to 231 if they have to equalize or make it even Stevens in this series. They put up a very good fielding effort, very strong bowling effort. They've come back well. Sukhdeep took his catches. He'll have a role to play with the bat when they come out in a little over half an hour from now. He's made an impact in the series, but just a quick reminder, this is the match number 2. Batting first, Nepal have managed 230. And this means that when Kenya come out to bat, they will need 231 runs to win in the allotted 50 overs. 230 all out is what Nepal managed. Somehow, it was their captain who held fort in the middle and got them to a very, very strong total of 230 runs.
And that's perfect. When we will come back with Kenya, needed 31 to win. Nepal, 230 to defend. We're waiting for another exciting match. So see you after the break.